Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing well out there. And today we're going to go back to Netflix for a Netflix original film that dropped back in April. This was actually recommended to me and a request by a good friend of mine. This movie is called Apex. This came out, dropped on Netflix April 24th of this year. It's rated R, it's an hour and 35 minutes long. This was recommended to me and requested for this review by my good friend Mike. We've been friends for a very, very long time, and we were on the phone the other night, and he told me I should watch it and review it, so here we are. In this movie, we got Charlize Theron as Sasha, we got Taron Egerton as Ben, and Eric Bana shows up long enough to collect a paycheck as Sasha's boyfriend or husband, Tommy. And we're introduced to Sasha and Tommy right in the beginning of the film. They're climbing these mountains in Norway, I think. It's not important. In the snowstorm, it's wintertime, and just like Cliffhanger, I would say this movie's a cross between Cliffhanger, Wolf Creek, and Surviving the Game. And as we go through this, you'll understand why. Tommy gets killed in an unfortunate accident. And now we fast forward some time, and Sasha's in Australia going into this huge national park by herself. And she runs across Ben, who seems friendly at first, but is he? Well, she's kayaking down this river. She comes across Ben once again, and they're having this conversation. He's making her something to eat because she lost her pack. And soon, after they start chatting, it's revealed that Ben is a psychopath and he plans on killing her. And he's been doing this for a very, very long time, as it's revealed throughout the film. And basically, it turns into a cat and mouse. Most Dangerous Game, Surviving the Game kind of movie, or Wolf Creek. Ben's hunting Sasha with a crossbow. And it gets gory at moments, violent at others. And at the end of the movie, Sasha kills Ben, and she makes it out of this national park and survives. And that is Apex. Okay, what to like about this film? Well, the acting's pretty good, as you'd expect with a cast like this. It's a very small cast. It's pretty much Charlize Theron on screen most of the time, and Taron Egerton is on screen most of this movie. Like I said, Eric Bana might be on screen 8-9 minutes. He was in this movie long enough to cash a paycheck, and I'm not complaining about that. Good for him. Eric Bana is not in this movie much. Like I said, 8-9 minutes tops. So this is definitely Charlize Theron's show and Taron Egerton. And they're good here for what they're given to do. The movie's short enough. It's only an hour and 35 minutes long. It gets into the meat of the story fairly quickly. I think it's nicely shot. There's some nice, they shot this on real locations for the most part. Some sets, but most, they did shoot this out in Australia. So it's nice to see, there's nice landscape shots and whatnot. And the cinematography is pretty good considering it's a Netflix movie, and I always bitch about the way Netflix movies looks. This is actually one of the more brighter looking Netflix movies I've seen in quite some time. Besides Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, which looked beautiful. So it's definitely competently made. It's a solid movie. Is it perfect? No. And I think the problem with this movie is it's leaning into those Wolf Creekisms and Surviving the Game-isms, but it doesn't push hard enough. And I think Taron Egerton's given a good performance. I just wish he got more to do. Like, I wish they would have leaned into the horror aspect a little bit more and went harder with it. And I think they kind of gloss over to it just to get to the chase. But at the end of the day, this is like one of those movies you can put on, and it's perfectly enjoyable enough. It's not going to reinvent the wheel. It's not better than any of the movies I referenced before this, like Cliffhanger, Wolf Creek, or Surviving the Game. But for a Netflix movie, and my expectations were low, I only watched this because my friend suggested it. And I probably would have saw this eventually at some point on a Saturday night when I didn't know what to watch. I might have put this on. But, it's entertaining enough. It's definitely like one of those Saturday afternoon matinee movies. I could see why this didn't get a theatrical release. I could see, like I said, if they would have went harder on the horror aspect of it, they just kind of gloss over it. And I think that was unfortunate. I think there was more that could be done there. But at the end of the day, I enjoyed my time with this enough. It was a breeze to get through. The pace keeps moving. So it's entertaining. It's an entertaining movie, and definitely one of the better Netflix movies in a while, which I know isn't saying much, but it's a decently solid movie. I would give Apex a 7.5 out of 10. 7.5 out of 10 for Apex. If you've seen this movie yet, leave a comment down below. Let me know. Hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, share this video. I greatly would appreciate that. That's it for this review, but until next time, bye.